There was a time when Bollywood made a movie about a man who donates sperm for a living and turned it into a family comedy that your parents watched together. There was a time when a filmmaker put a character on the screen who questions God, who questions God-men, and who questions the entire religious ecosystem. And the whole country debated it at tea stalls, at dinner tables, and in college corridors. There was a time when two male leads checked into a hotel pretending to be a gay couple and the whole country laughed with them, not at them. That Bollywood is gone. What replaced it doesn't feel like cinema anymore. It feels like content mission serving something bigger than storytelling. Let's rewind, and I'm not talking about the 1950s nostalgia. I'm talking about the 2000s and early 2010s. A Bollywood that was, by any honest measure, genuinely bold. Wiki Donor 2012, sperm donation, something Indian families don't say out loud, made into a mainstream comedy that worked because it trusted the audience to be adults. PK, an alien walks into a temple, a mosque, a church, and asks one question. Who taught you that this is how God works? Country paid 340 crores to watch it. Dostana 2008, a mainstream Bollywood film, gay relationship at center. And it was a hit. Imperfect, yes, but it existed without an apology. And beyond the big films, there was an entire parallel ecosystem breathing. Mason, Grief and Caste in Varanasi. No stars, no budget, devastating. Udan, a son trying to escape an abusive father. Titli, crime and survival in Delhi's margin. Ugly, Anurag Kashyap holding a mirror to middle-class Indian men and daring you not to look away. These films did not need 300 crores. They needed truth. And in this era, Bollywood made Hindu-Muslim love stories without nervousness. It made films where villains wore saffron without needing a disclaimer. It made films where labor exploitation was the point, where caste discrimination was named. That was the industry, imperfect, commercial, sometimes hypocritical, but it was alive. So, how does an industry go from questioning the God to selling you a version of God-approved politics? No one took over Bollywood overnight. What changed was the climate, the incentives, the risk. Suddenly, some stories became more profitable and others became dangerous. And once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. The Kashmir Files, a tragedy stripped down into one-side narrative. An Israeli jury member at India's own film festival called it vulgar propaganda. The Kerala story, built on claim that 32,000 Kerala women were trafficked to ISS. The claim did not hold up, the impact did. But what followed it was not evolution, it was imitation. Same structure, same emotional triggers. Hindu hero, Hindu victims, and Muslims are bad people. And moreover, it was completely supported by the Union BJP government, and if anyone who dared to make a movie against it will be boycotted, will be banned. Vaccine War, Sabarmati Report, Razakar, Article 370, different titles, same certainty. And here is what's interesting. Most of these did not sustain because reputation can sell once, maybe twice, but it doesn't build trust. It doesn't build memory. It definitely doesn't build cinema. And it is not just who they target, it is also who they use. Now let's talk about something that never gets the right nuance, the item numbers. Because the moment you criticize item culture, someone says, so you are against women expressing themselves. Let me be exact. A woman in a bikini on a beach, that is a character in a world. A woman walking confidently, dressed however she wants, that can be representation, that can be art. And item number is something else entirely. It's a woman placed in a bar or mela, dressed minimally, while a circle of leading men dance around her. No name, no arc, no agency. The camera doesn't see her as a person, it sees her as a collection of parts, assembled for consumption, served to the male gaze like a dish. The difference is not what she is wearing, the difference is what camera is serving. And Bollywood never resolved it. Even the pre-2014 bold Bollywood had this contradiction. And yes, patriarchy and communalism have always been close friends. When Netflix and Amazon arrived, there was a moment, a genuine moment of excitement. The gatekeepers were gone. You didn't need to negotiate with censor board the same way. And for few years, because that freedom produced work that mattered. Patalok, which looked at caste, at police violence, at the treatment of migrants with honesty no mainstream film would attempt. And then we had Sacred Games, A Suitable Boy, the shows which were ready to call out Islamophobia. Shows that showed Muslim characters as full human beings, not threats, not symbols, people. That window was closed. Government started tightening, complaints, FAR, platform pressure, and the makers stopped making certain stories altogether. And the stories that would have been made in 2020 are not being written today. You don't notice what is missing. That is the point. I want to be honest with you. Bollywood is sick, but it is not dead. Look at the critical love for the film like Homebound, Neeraj Gewan's 2025 film that moved film festival audiences, earned serious critical respect and sparked genuine conversations. Did it set the box office on fire? No, it survived in the theaters barely. But that is the exact point. The hunger exists. The audience exists. The system that should carry these films to them doesn't. Look at the independent ecosystem. Director like Payal Kapadia, whose All We Imagine as Light won at Cannes 2024. The talent did not disappear. Irfan Khan's spirit did not vanish from the Indian cinema. It lives in every Indian actor, every Indian young actor who chooses the script carefully, in every writer who is working on something true, in every small genuine film that is made against these propaganda movies. What is dying is not Indian cinema. What is dying is mainstream Bollywood cinema, mainstream Hindi cinema as a trustworthy mirror of Indian's life. And that distinction matters because it still means the battle is still not over. It means there are still people worth supporting, still films worth watching. Bollywood did not lose its boldness because people changed. People did not just wake up and decide they want to watch communal hate packaged patriotism. The industry made a calculation. Aligning with the power was safer than telling truth. Some filmmakers made it consciously, others were pressured. The result is the same. The industry once held mirror to India, now used as a weapon against some parts of India. The audience for brave cinema is still there. The audience did not disappear. The courage did.